How would you compare Phantasy Star Zero to Phantasy Star Online, Phantasy Star Universe, Phantasy Star Portable? Which one is it most resembling?
Phantasy Star Zero is probably most like Phantasy Star Online. We've taken the systems that would work well in Phantasy Star Online and moved those over to the DS. And basically our aim is to make something that's easy to pick up and play, and you can have a real Phantasy Star experience on the DS.
You went with a slightly different art style. Can you tell us a little bit about that art style and why you chose it?
There were two reasons that we made changes to the art style. First is the fact that the DS user base is a younger user base, so we wanted to have an art style that's suited for that. Another reason is just the performance of the DS is not so suited towards kind of a realistic art style. It's better for the kind of art style that we chose to do, so the DS does a better job at that.
Is there any special monster or special characters that you feel extra strong towards?
I've always designed and enjoyed designing dragon-like monsters, so it'd probably be those, and especially there's a Rayburn monster at the beginning, relatively towards the beginning of the game, and so yeah, that's the one I think I like the most.
Could you talk a little bit about the communications aspect of the DS? I know that communicating in Phantasy Star games is very important, and why you chose to go with the decisions you did.
We wanted to, again, our goal was to make it the most effective method of communicating on the DS, and obviously on the DS the best input method is using the stylus. So we definitely considered using a keyboard, some kind of keyboard input method, but it just wasn't as successful as just a stylus drawing a picture or drawing characters, the words that you want to say to your party. So we went with that. I mean, we definitely agree with you, and we think communication with your party members is incredibly important to Phantasy Star.
The game has been out in Japan for a while now. What can you tell us about the Japanese Phantasy Star Zero community?
Well, definitely two things are notable. One thing that we're seeing is that a lot of users are exchanging information on how to use the visual chat function most effectively, kind of training other users on the best way to do that, and also exchanging templates that they've created. And another thing that we've noticed is people have created other message boards and things like that to exchange friend codes and set up multiplayer gaming, and we think that's great.
I felt ever since Phantasy Star Online there's been very addictive Phantasy Star games. What do you feel is the sort of the key to making an addictive game that people will keep on playing day after day after day?
Well, that's a difficult question, but maybe one of the things that makes it so addictive is just the fact that it's a network game, and so you're playing with lots of different people, and so the experience really differs depending on who you're playing with, and you can have a completely different experience doing the same thing.
Phantasy Star Portable was released in West without online play. Will you rectify this with Phantasy Star Zero, and how important do you feel that is, online play?
Since Phantasy Star Zero has always had online, has always been important to it. It's definitely something that we as a development team missed in the PSE portable version, and wanted to rectify. Wi-Fi をぜひ取り入れて、特に海外のユーザーさんとかですとwe do feel it's important to Phantasy Star, and that was a definite goal for us with DS. Especially, we're aware that it's important to overseas users who don't live as close, maybe, as to their friends, and so we definitely wanted to put it in for that reason. And also, we just thought it would be great to have, with Phantasy Star Zero, kind of a fully 3D online RPG, which hasn't, which is a big challenge and has not been done very often. So.
絶対やっぱりファンタシースターとしてはそこに挑戦するべきだっていう思いが非常にありましたね。
How would you say that the Nintendo DS complements a game like Phantasy Star Zero?
もうそれはもう本当にゲームの隅々
As far as whether the
に影響を
DS is
与え
suited to
る
this kind of game or
部分があ
not,
ります
we didn't really
ファンタ
focus
シー
on
スタ
that.
ーオンライン
We just from the
っていう部分
beginning
のシステム を
looked at the
どう
DS, figured out what it could do, and really just built the game entirely around the DS's capabilities. So from the top to the bottom of the entire game, everything's pretty much built around what the DS can do. From the fact that we kind of broke the levels up into more discrete areas, so that could be handled by the DS. I mean, that's an example of that. Also, 4-player, and also the Wi-Fi capabilities of the DS, being capable of that. That was a big decision, big part of it as well.
使わせるかっていうところが大きなポイントだったなと思います。
How do you see the future of the Phantasy Star franchise?
実はファンタシースターオンラインが出てから来年10周年なんですね。まあそれに合わせて
So next year is the 10th anniversary of Phantasy Star Online. So with that in mind as well, we're definitely wanting to kind of spread the franchise out and have more and more people enjoy it. We think that we've done a lot recently on kind of portable systems, the DS, and we had Phantasy Star Portable 2 coming out on the PSP later. In Japan as well, and so we think we've done some good things in the portable area, and I'm most looking forward to, and I'm hoping people would like to see it coming back to consoles, the non-portable, and that's something I'm really looking forward to.
Me too. Thank you very much for your time.